Hello there everybody and welcome back to another Fortnite video with me, Mr. Gamer. Today I'm going to be showing you good spots you can land in when in Chapter 2 Season 8. So then you're not getting third-partied as much, but you can still land and deal with a couple enemies, get good loot, and get good XP without having to deal with as much trouble. So let's get into it, and by the way, typically that is something you would not do. I just wanted to do that for fun there. So first being is, oh my, I probably have better loot here, guys, to let you know, because I am in, Battle Labs. But first good place to land at is Craggy Cliffs. As you can see, I got some decent loot, but that's not what really matters. Here you can get these slurp barrels. You can find occasionally, I don't know if the shark's over here right now, but there's occasionally a shark over here. Oh, he's right over here. So you can find the shark right here and kill him for some amazing loot. I'm not gonna waste your time and kill him while you guys just want to see this. I said go up. Okay. You can do that. You can go down here and find another possible chest. Wow, I'm surprised that actually didn't destroy it. See, so you can find a good chest right here. You can find slurp barrels over here and just pyramid it. You can find yourself multiple right here fishing barrels, and if you use these to your advantage and are smart about them, you can get either a harpoon gun or you can just get loads of XP. You have this cash register right here. You have the toolbox or one of the two variants of the ammo box, and you have another cash register right here. And then if you really want to, and you don't have enough slurp from that other place, then you can go in here and you can find loads of slurp barrels, and you can typically find a chest right up here, or you can find a chest right here, or sometimes even both. But yeah, that's all for this area. I'll show you guys the next area in just a second, starting. Okay, so the next area I recommend to you guys landing at is simply a crash site area. So as you can see, you find loads of good loot on the ground, and there, as you've already gathered, there are loads of good chests just chilling on the ground. They're really good for just finding things on the ground. Mainly chests. Chest is a big thing, but the main reason why I recommend you go in here is because you can find open areas with all these chests, and you get the giant open areas to where if somebody comes and tries to sneak up on you, then you're always going to be able to see them. Because, see right here, we've already found two chests, now we found a third. We found an ammo box and another ammo box. And then we have a third chest, right up here. We have a chest right here too. So let's see, we have four chests so far. Okay. We got 5 chests already. And as you can tell, it's just like a really good place to be getting yourself easy loot. And then one of the bigger things is this right here. You can find yourself loads upon loads of these little purple airstreams. and just find yourself an easy way to transport yourself. So I recommend going into these things if you want. It's really up to you. But see, there's 2 more chests, so there's at least 8 chests in this area. That can possibly come in. But yeah, I recommend going to this place if you're looking for another good place to land. So I'll see. Okay, so another good area I recommend you land at is right here where I'm standing right now. Is what do you call it? Misty Meadows. So I love to land here a lot, and it's simply because not too many people try and land here, and if they do, they don't bother you that much. You can find loads of rooms with loads of loot in them. You can find yourself the freezers or just like food bins with fish or just food to help you heal up loads, and it will help you save yourself a lot. There's a bounty board over here actually, but I don't think I can activate it since I'm not in survival. I'm at just in solo. You got those. You got loads of things you can get gold from. You have this, but the main reason why I recommend going here is because you can simply just go here and not have to worry about people bothering you. You can do a simple quest, you can get easy loot, and plus you can talk to her. She sells you either this automatic sniper rifle as in a legendary form, which is a good deal because most sniper rifles right now are 500 gold, and this is a legendary. The other sniper rifles sometimes are just blue and they'll be 500. Sometimes they'll be the exotic Blaze rifle and it'll be 500, which Blaze's rifle is reasonable. She also lets you upgrade your assault rifle, so therefore you don't have to worry about going to an upgrade machine and waiting to just go there. You can also get loads of stuff here, as in like supplies and stuff. I know I right now have a very low amount. I'm at a lot of supplies, but that is because I'm in battle labs and you get more when you're here. But if you're going to land here, I recommend one building to you, and it is the building that I'm looting right now. So the building that I'm looting right now, I always make sure to land at because number one, not many people land at it, and number two, if you go right here, you're almost always going to be able to find an ammo box, and even if you don't, you have usually a chest right here, and then you can go break this, you can break this too, and then get some easy stuff. You can break this and guarantee yourself an easy 4 or 5 gold. Break this for another easy wood pile, and then you can go down here and you can get this chest that I got, and you can get this ammo box that I've already gotten. And then you can go over here and have it to where you find this to where you one tap that thing and it breaks, and you find a free chest. You find typically the ammo box right here every time, and then you always find a freezer right here. And it's just loads of good loot. It's a good place to start if you're gonna wanna. It's a good place to start the uh, the match. I forgot the word. So I highly recommend it. The only thing I would not recommend doing is going into here if there is an one of those sideways anomalies going on. So that is it for this area, and I'll be showing you the next area. Okay, so this next area I recommend you go to yourself is I'm at Retail Row. I always get them confused. I'm sorry about that. Is Retail Row, and here's why. Because when you go to Retail Row, you can go and you can land on this little zip line that I just landed on. I'm sorry, I got confused with my controller. Well, I just found 2 combat ARs. That's a little uncommon. You can go right here, and you can land on there before anybody else does. Get easy loot like I just did, and rush down to this building right here. You can find this simple, usually a shotgun. and get there, you can find a ammo box right there or an ammo box right there, and then you typically will find an ammo box over there too. And sometimes you'll find a chest right here, not always though. And please keep in mind, yes, a majority of these locations that I'm showing you are on the outside of the map, but it is really helpful to go to them because if you go to the outside, you can typically go to almost anywhere, sort of. It's sort of like going to the middle, but not exactly. It just takes a little more time. You can find a chest right here. You can find an ammo box right here. And you can find a sneaky little ammo box in here that not many people know about. You can find one right here. And sometimes on this rack too. Now, I typically take these areas a lot. And one thing you can do is you can break these, get some easy gold. You can break this wall right here, specifically this wall. And you can find this chest usually. And you can get good loot out of it. You can search in that room down there if you want for like an ammo box, that's about it. You can find an ammo box right here. And you can find a chest typically up here. And then you can typically go over to the giant store over here. And you can find inside this room right here a chest somewhere. And also in that bust you can find one. And then in here you can just find groceries galore. So I really recommend this place. It's a very good place to start if you're going to want to try and get loot. I know it's pretty occupied typically, but it is still a very good spot. So I'll be showing you the last and final spot in just a second, starting now. Okay, so this final area I recommend to you guys going to is what is now known as Sludgy Swamps. It used to be called Slurpy Swamps. I don't know why they changed it at all, but this is what it's named. So I land typically right here, and I circle right here, pick up the weapon, which were these fireflies. I used to not take this path, but I go into here now, because I've noticed that a chest typically spawns up here. And you go in here, get your loot, build up, because you typically have enough for a ramp. Go right here, go right over here, grab whichever weapon might be right there, place this down, grab this, okay, and then you typically need a little bit of metal because you won't have enough, and then you pyramid that, you get some easy, what's it called, easy slurp. That was on accident. I don't typically drop off of there. And then I break this typically, because you can now have it to where you get slurp to just fall onto you like that from breaking things. Previously, if you broke structures with slurp on them, they wouldn't have it happen. It would just be like, oh, well, you gotta actually like break the slurp barrel itself. But you can go into here, find a quick chest if you want. There's multiple ways you can take it. But either way, it's still all fun, it's still all cool. You can find an ammo box right there like I showed you. You can find an ammo box right here. You can find 4 couches. Now when you do this though, the gold will sometimes glitch into the wall. Do not break it. Just go right here and rub against the wall like what I'm doing right here, and you'll eventually get it. It'll only take like one time of you going around like that to get it, typically. Sometimes you might actually have to grab it though. Though you can also go up here and all that, and then, not to mention, a lot of people like to land here. So if you're somebody who likes to get a lot of kills, and you're like, hey, let's take my gun right here, and let's just take out some people, you can come in, you can take out a couple people. They're typically going to be right here, or right here, or occasionally right here, but for the most part right here, or in here. And here's a big part because they like to third party you a lot. You can also find yourself... Okay, well, apparently you can find yourself a crow. Hey, let's go. I shot a crow with that thing. You can find yourself a chest right here, too. And yeah, and plus, the biggest thing in which I land here for, and most people do, is that you can simply find yourself plenty of slurp barrels, and you can get slurp just like what I did right there. So, if you're wanting a place where you can get plenty of slurp, a couple of kills, and get some good chest loot and all that, then I recommend going here. These are my 5 locations. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like it or find it helpful, please like or subscribe, or just say what area you like landing at. Either way works. But I hope you all have a good day or good night. Hopefully I see you guys all later. Goodbye now.